Felix, hi.
Hello!
We are high, literally. We're high above the ground and we're getting into higher price points. 10 to 20K. What stood out? Your time starts now.
Rolex, the mighty Sky Dweller. It's a model that's been around for a little while, but now it's a different proposition because it's in roller saw. There's yellow gold version and there's a super hot version in white gold and steel. They've also cleaned up the dial so it's got simple applied sort of battens. It's my new sort of everyday Rolex Grail watch. It's got complication, it's got 2 time zones, it's got a ring command bezel.
It's got the gilt bezel, the most Rolexy thing on it.
It's just cool and it's under 20K.
Yes.
And what's next?
The Panerai BMG-TECH. Do you remember this bad guy?
How could I forget?
Yes, no, SIHH, one of our absolute favourites, still very much on my mind because it's not on my wrist, it's not in the country yet, but look, the attributes of this watch remain fascinating.
I've got a quick question for you, Andrew. What is BMG-TECH?
It's bulk metallic glass, almost like we'd arranged to have this conversation.
Shocking, who
A
knew?
really interesting material innovation from Panerai, but practically speaking, it's going to mean a very well-wearing watch. It's tougher, it's lighter, and it's combined with a really popping colorway, which means that as a Panerai, it's going to have that extra little bit of joie de vivre on the wrist.
Wow.
Yep.
And let's move on to our other favourite Italian-y watch brand, Bulgari.
Italian-y.
Italian-y. It's Italian design, Swiss tradition.
Italian.
So the Octo Finissimo automatic, no surprise. I think it's going to be in a lot of people's, best of lists, and for really good reason. It's super thin automatic with a pretty sort of modern, cool movement. But what really sort of sells it for me is that titanium case and especially the titanium bracelet. With a thin watch, I don't know about you, but I put one on and I'm like, whoa, I'm going to break this. Not so with the Bulgari. It feels right. I would happily wear it all day.
And the love has lasted. We felt this way at Basel. We still feel this way now.
It's still dear to my heart. What's next?
The Girard-Perregaux Laureato. Yes, now
another Italian-y watch.
We love this watch, and the more you see it in the metal on the wrist, the more any qualms you have about its likeness to others will disappear. This is a superbly made Girard-Perregaux timepiece. The blue dial, again, that tapisserie dial, absolutely textured, beautiful, nuanced, always giving you something off the wrist.
But it's not just the dial, it's the case as well. There's sort of the brushed and polished finishes.
Lots of detail.
So the backstory, the marketing backstory with the Laureato was that it was inspired or it was designed by an architect in the mid-70s, and you can really see it. It looks like a building, with that octagonal bezel and those really bold lines.
And the irony remains that the first Laureato models were in fact quartz, but then you flip this one over, there's no doubt that this one is superior mechanical watchmaking. There's absolutely dimensional details to Inception like get lost in the case back. Love this watch. Quality absolutely indisputable when you're holding it.
And Andrew, I think it's time for the last watch, and let's flip it over.
Okay. Now this is my personal choice. One of the many that I've just said this has to be there. The JLC JAEGER-LECOULTRE Reverso Tribute Moon. Now, Reverso lovers, I'm with you 100% on the core appeal of the duo models, which is that you get 2 faces for the price of one. It's very much like Felix.
Double the watch.
I have
double the watch.
I get 2 faces. I don't know if that might
you get frowning and more frowning.
No, it has a dark face, it has a light face, it has a moon phase, it has the option for a second time zone on whichever face, and it is the refined Reverso goodness that I just feel every collector needs a Reverso in their collection. Every man should consider including at least a Reverso shaped watch in their collection. Sometimes that's going to cause some painful choices, but for me, I love it, and I desperately want to include a moon phase in my collection as well. Currently don't have one, so this is right up there for me.
I think we're going to Big Boy Town next.
Strap on the jetpacks. We're going 20 plus. This could go anywhere.
Literally.
This could get scary.
All right.